Hi everyone, welcome. Thank you for joining me. Thank you, chat monitors, for your help. I appreciate it. Hi, Glorious E, Patricia Epperson, Lorado Shurenzi. I hope all is well. Run Conditional Love Taro, Elizabeth Martinez. I was watching CNN and I flipped to MSNBC. They had the same thing on. I don't understand what the white people in the White House are thinking. If you find yourself in trouble and you need someone to do PR for you, you pick somebody with some credibility to go and do PR and some white lies and all that, right? Intuitively, I feel the Trump administration know that they are in trouble. And the probability of them being able to recover from where they are right now is basically nil. Intuitively, that's what I feel. And they're beginning to be convinced, they know it's bad. And in fact, a lot of people, I've heard it in the news, some people have written about it, there is growing concerns about what's taking place all over the country, what ICE is doing. Okay, so I'm sure you guys, some of you probably saw it. They sent Bovino as the front person to tell some story and talk about the five-year-old baby that they took. No wonder this whole thing is going the way it's going. Because, first of all, like I've said a long time ago, that I felt intuitively, a dictatorship taking hold in this country. It's not impossible. But the Trump and the people around him, they won't make it. And there are many other factors, I've mentioned a few of them, that makes it very, very hard for that to happen. They can go out and threaten people, all kinds of stuff. In fact, today, in Minneapolis, they're going to have a general strike. It's going to be successful. So that's one. Intuitively, I feel other states are going to follow the same thing. Okay. And also, I read last night, but I was scanning through the news because I was hoping I would hear more about it today. It seems like the major newspapers have not picked up on it yet, or for whatever reason. Okay. There are certain civil rights organizations that are beginning to speak up because of the direction of the country and our rights that are being eroded. Bad sign, my friends. Bovino, as your spokesperson, and I don't know how, I think I mentioned it yesterday, his high school friends are telling his stories. His father killed a woman, a 27-year-old woman or something like that. Okay, he spent a year in jail. And Bovino's great-grandfather came to this country. I don't know if the person who was telling the story, because a lot of people don't understand, when you come to this country, at first, you're not a citizen. They give you a green card. I know some of you do, but some other people probably don't. And the person who was telling Bovino's story seems like I don't think she understands, because she said, in the early 1900s, I'm guessing because his ancestors, he's of Italian descent. And chances are he came here in the early 1900s. And in those days, they probably didn't have green cards like they do today. You hop on a boat, you head for America, you're here, and then you apply for a citizenship or whatever, however it used to go, it went. I don't know. I never took the time to research it. And so he's being criticized for that. Okay, his father was a criminal, but they gave him a year in jail for killing somebody. Can you imagine this? And also, his grandfather, according to the person who narrated the video, said that it took his grandfather 15 years to become a citizenship. That's nothing. It took me 20. And the reason why I did it is because I woke up one day and I'm like, oh my God. I love the country where I was born. I love the people. They're very nice. When I was there, it's not like today. Okay, it was very different. You could, walk anywhere, nothing would happen to you. Today is different. But anyway, I just woke up one day, I'm like, my God, I love my country, but I love this country too, and this is where my life is. It's like, it's not something you just get up and do for Bob this and my case. I love where I am. I appreciate everything, that I was able to accomplish. I'm like, I'm an American. I wish I was Haitian, but I'm an American. So I went and did it. So that's how most people do it. So it may take a long time. After 10 years or so, you can feel the change. But after that, my problem was also money because I was working, but when you're trying to work yourself from poverty, I wasn't in poverty, but things were bad financially. Okay, it was because I worked my way from college, all that kind of good stuff. So it was very tight. So one thing started loosening up as well. But the point I'm trying to make is, I can understand his grandfather, even if it took him 20 years to do it. That's not the point. I don't want to, I'm a naturalized citizen. I don't want to, I'm better than his great-grandfather. But the point is, his great-grandfather probably wasn't legal, didn't have a green card, which is the first step, and then you become a citizen. The point the lady was trying to make, for someone with his history, he's treating immigrants the way they are treating him. So those things are coming out now about Bovino. They are not flattering. Miller is going down, my friends. And according to people who know Trump, and also his friends, they know how to get to him. I don't know how many of you watch Morning Joe. I'll keep flipping back and forth between MSNBC and CBS. Not CBS, CNN. Okay. And, but this morning it seems like Joe was trying to convince Trump to do something about the way they are going about solving the immigration situation. And it seems like he was trying to tell Trump, dump Miller. Because he's saying to Trump, Miller is the reason why your poll numbers are dropping. And to believe, like I said a few minutes earlier, that's not going to help Trump. They can change this thing. He'll probably gain 1 or 2 points. He can't fix the economy. It's not only the mess Stephen Miller is creating and Vought and company. They can't change the economy. They are in trouble. And the reason why I'm saying this to you is because I predicted Miller would be fired. I feel he's well on his way. And I can't wait, because the future is not looking good for Miller. Because once they get rid of him, he's done from the White House, because a lot of people don't like him. Because let me tell you guys one more thing. As I was thinking about this, a lot of people in the White House have grandmas, grandpas, relatives, in-laws who are immigrants. Well, Trump's wife is an immigrant. Okay. Should I go any further? But I wasn't thinking about Trump. I was thinking about other people who work for him, who really who have a conscience and love their relatives, whether they were born here or not. Stephen has no idea. When they boot him out of the White House, he may not be able to, what's his name was able to, he's doing his best to get back into the good graces of Trump. But Stephen doesn't have what it takes. And whatever he has right now, he's been able to play Trump. Trump's family are tired of him too. He doesn't have the money, or at least enough money. He has a couple of millions probably. I don't know exactly. I don't know what he's worth. I never looked into it. But intuitively, my friends, I don't feel he has enough to be like Best Cent and Company, those high net worth people and the administration who have no idea what they are talking about, because Best Cent said everyone's grandfather or grandparents have 10 or 15 homes all over the country. Did you guys hear that? But anyway, Milou will be persona non grata in this White House after he gets the boot. That's why I am intuitively reading what the dynamic is between him and the people in the White House, where things are going, how things are. The worry, the fear, intuitively I feel in the White House regarding the economy. And most of all, the way every time they turn around, somebody posts something about their agents, Miller's agents are doing to people, innocent people, babies, women, okay, hard workers. And I'm not quite sure if I heard that on MSNBC, MS Now, I keep saying MSNBC, sorry, and CNN, that says Trump is having trouble watching what he's seeing on TV. I mean, I'm not surprised, but I don't feel he feels it's for the reason that some people are giving him go up. Probably his friends are saying, well, he cares. He doesn't care. Every time I feel like giving him credit, but I remember what he did to the Central Park 5. He gets 0 credits from me. They don't care. Otherwise, Miller would never have taken the chance to do this. Yes, they are manipulating Trump behind the scenes. They play him, well, Miller most of all, plays him like a fiddle because he's been working for Trump. He's been with Trump now 10 years. Okay. But my friends, the day is coming. His days are numbered. When he gets booted of that military base where he's hiding, he has to live among us, the people. Good luck to him, and wait for the international court as well. I feel once this is gone, the international community will go after him too. It's not only our courts. And guys, do you remember, I'm sorry, I said the only way Trump will escape blowback or our legal system from some of the stuff that he's done. 2 feet forward, or they put him in an invalid, convalescent, whatever place you want to call those places. Do you guys remember what Jack Smith said yesterday? I believe how did they put it again legally? they stopped, whatever it is, they stopped his prosecution without prejudice. According to their report, I was listening to Raskin. He said that they can revive it, although Jack Smith didn't want to go there, and I can understand why. I don't blame him. But Raskin says they can revive it after he leaves office. And my friends, I did not know why. I always felt he will suffer the consequences of everything he's doing or has done, including the secret documents. That's why. I didn't realize that until last night, and this morning I've heard they replayed first of all, because I'm not an expert in legal stuff, obviously. When they say with prejudice or without prejudice, okay? Oh. But anyway, and this morning they were explaining it. I'm like, oh boy. That's why I keep getting. And I've said it before, the only way he won't suffer the consequences of everything he has done on top of the mess he's making right now, and Europe is not going to just walk away and forgive him. That is not happening. But he will face the consequences. But because they will revive. And that's probably why he wanted to become president again. And right now he's going to do everything in his power to stay in office. Okay? And it's not only Miller that's being blamed. Noam is getting a lot of blames. Well, of course, he's in charge. And the other person I feel that will come under scrutiny, along with Noam, is Lewandowski. This guy thinks he's smarter than everyone. Watch him trip. And the not too distant future, I can confuse time, as we know. But it feels like to me this gentleman is going to carry some of the blames for what we see going on. Because none of them were able to stand up to Miller. They never even try to tell him, you're going the wrong way. You're doing this wrong. Miller he thought, everything they do, like I said yesterday, with the intent of frightening the rest of our society, it's not working, and it's never going to work. Americans are not Haitians. Poor Haitians, when Papa Doc decided he wanted to be president for life, he had a couple of people executed. There is something I got to tell you guys really quick as an example of what I am saying. There is a video on YouTube. I haven't watched it yet. Okay, I haven't watched it yet. I did not know about that one. He had 19 people executed after he attended a wedding. I will look at the video so I can give you more about it. But that's what Papa Dog did in Haiti. And Haitians at the time, all they had was machetes and knives and rocks. Okay, still today, that's why you have all the gangs doing what they're doing. Okay, this country is not like that. And also, we are so far ahead with communication and everything. I mean, it's Haiti is picking up as far as the communication part, but they are so, how should I put this? Because I don't want to insult, I don't want this thing sound like I'm insulting anybody. They don't understand the power of this country. I'm not saying it's all Haitians. The Haitians who are here, they know. But in Haiti, the reason why I'm saying this, the gang leaders, right now they are shocked because of the way Eric Prince, I mean his mercenaries, the way they use drones to decimate the gangs. And they don't understand how technology works, how they can be followed, a whole slew of things. I'm just giving you guys a little background on what's happening in Haiti. And now the gang leaders are saying, well, we dare you. Well, you bunch of cowards, you're using drones to kill us. Why don't you come and face us, face to face? Are you kidding me? But they did not understand. They're in shock. And the other reason why they're in shock, they never thought, because we have different degrees of how, our explosives, there are some of them, a little bit can cause a ton of damage. Okay, I'm sure you guys have heard we've used them all over like Afghanistan and those places. Okay, and those guys, they never thought how precise the drones can be and how much damage. Half a foot of a tube, those, let's say for example, a 5-inch long, 1 inch in diameter tube can do, packed with explosive. Doesn't matter how big your house is, it will destroy it. That's the type of explosive we use in Iran it's a combination of two things, okay? The explosive, its container, and also the way it had a motor, basically, that drives down and explode. Those things pack a punch unbelievable. But anyway, I wanted to use that as an example to show you they don't understand how they can get decimated in a snap of a finger. But let me go back to what I was trying to say. So it's easier for a dictatorship to take hold in a country like Haiti. And Trump and Miller, Vought, and all these people. It seems like they're thinking just like those gang members in Haiti. Well, they're not thinking at all, in my opinion. Okay, they thought they could do just like what's his name, Kevin Roberts said. If you don't go along with us, if you don't come along with what we want to do, there will be blood. Guess what? They are failing, my friends. Some of you are asking me to give you good news. To me, this is the good news. Okay? They are failing. It's going to take time for them for things to stop. Okay? And for you to stop hearing all the craziness that, all the atrocities they are inflicting on us. But it's coming. Rome wasn't built in one day. And it took us, well, some. If it was up to me, I was telling everybody, dictatorship, whenever they they start to impose their will until you kick them out, it's a big problem. That's where we are. You don't get rid of that stuff overnight. And the damages, that's been because it's going to take a long time. But to those of you who are asking me for good news, that's the only bit of good news. Anyone who's giving you good news today about politics, they're lying to you. Okay? There isn't much good news today, and it's going to be for the next few months. I hope it's not longer. And I want to give you guys good news. If I give, well, once things turns for the better, I'm not going to see it out of you anyway. That's on the back of my mind too. This is going to end. And I'm going to have to find new ways of creating content. Okay? I wish it would be tomorrow. But today, anyone who's telling you, giving you good news, I'm not going to lie to any of you. The only thing I can tell you, it's obvious. They are failing. That's my prediction. And Noam, Lewandowski, all these people will suffer the consequences. And the other good news is it may take longer. We will get our country on the right footing again. The only problem is they're going to have to focus. I feel it can happen, and I feel, I'm talking about our debt. It's crushing. I was reading something about it last night. It's scary. But for some reason, intuitively, I feel we will find a solution to solve our debt problem. Okay? I don't know. I'm not an economist. But through productivity, immigration, our ability to innovate, yeah, we'll get out. So for some reason, yes, I'm concerned about the debt, okay? But I'm not worried. For some reason, I feel we will be able to find our way out of it. I'm not saying we won't have to make certain sacrifices, not the way Trump is imposing, brutal, he's subjecting us to some, well, we don't even know where he's going because I don't think he even knows. So maybe I shouldn't even go there as far as solving. I don't think he's trying to solve our debt problem, regardless of what he says. But the next leader, as I'm saying this, I'm being shown Vance. But our next president, and I'm not talking about Vance. And the reason why I said I'm being shown Vance is because I was reading an article a little earlier today about how MAGA don't like him. But however this thing ends, and it's going to end, this can't last. And I just told you guys why it won't last. The minute you hear civil rights organizations, all those different types of organizations are beginning to mobilize to start peaceful protest and a whole bunch of other things, there is no coming back. These people were not mobilized yet, but it's reaching a point where people are saying, uh-oh, we better wake up. This is not looking good. Watch what happens. And do you guys also remember, I'm sorry, I keep saying that stuff. I said, there was a time I said schools, professionals, all kind of people were going to, besides, I made the same thing about the international community, it's happening right now. I said the same thing about people in this country to counter Trump and his Project 2025. I just realized that that's what's beginning to happen. That's what the article I read last night is about. And if I'm going to look for it today, I will tell you the name, or if I find it, I'll post a link. But the good news, my friend, we will get out of this. So don't get discouraged. We will land on our feet. It's going to be tough. It's going to take a long time. I was hoping it would take 2 to 5. It seems like it's going to take longer to get ourselves out of this, because Trump's visit to Europe was not good. They're laughing at the guy, and they had nothing but scorn for him. And now he thinks he's going to uninvite Carney. When who cares about something peace? Trump is not the guy who creates peace. He's creating peace as long as you give him the I forget the name of that. No, the Nobel Prize. As long as you give him the Nobel Prize, yeah, you'll be peaceful. You will hear peace for half a day until he wants something else. But my friends, hang in there. We're gonna be okay. And that's the best I can tell you. If anybody would tell you any different, they're lying to you. Sorry. Let's see what happens. Okay, let me look for questions. Please, friends, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget. Let's see. Mary Johnson says the destiny of a nation isn't written in speeches, but in the quiet pulse of compassion that beats beneath it. That's amazing. I like that. It's pretty good. Let's see. Mario Elizondo says, Craig. Oh, okay, talking to Craig. Let me see. Miss Amanda says, one of my daughters voted for Trump and I'm so angry. One of my clients / friends from a long time, I've been reading for her for 20 years at least. I got so angry. She hasn't called me, and that's fine. I try to calm myself down, and if she were to call me, I'm going to do my best to forgive her. But my friends, when she told me, that was a few months ago, she voted for Trump, I got so angry because she should have known better. I couldn't help it. At the time, it was more than a few months now. It's been at least 6 months. And I told her what was coming before the election. I just couldn't control myself. Thank you very much, Lina KMP, for joining. I sit here in the super chat. I appreciate Lina KMP said thank you. You're very welcome, Lina. Yes. So you're not the only one, guys. Me too. Okay. Mario Alexander says, Milou, our military told Trump, hands off Greenland. I'm not surprised. I mean, the same thing they're going to do to him when he orders them to fire on us. I wouldn't be surprised. They don't know. They send Bongino as a spokesperson. Okay? So nothing they do will surprise me. The things that they do that don't make sense. But I guess Bovino wears that Gestapo coat very well, that green get-up that he had on the other day. Unbelievable. But anyway, let me see. I think there was a question. Someone asked me a question I wanted to answer it. I think Somebody asked me, when this is over, will there be accountability against the oligarchs and things will be done to have working and middle class people to have things like more social safety net and be able to afford to buy a house? I feel yes. In fact, I read something very short this morning. They were saying Trump was running interference and protect Elon. Okay. Because Elon has done some stuff he had no business doing. But anyway, so Trump is protecting him. The next administration, and I said that before, okay, Elon may find himself in major trouble, and the amount of money he has means nothing. Watch. He's going to get to eat his arrogance. And the notion that he's going to start funding other people, Trump has broke all the rules. The next president, they're not going to do the stupid things that's been going on. But some people who have committed crimes and got their fingers in areas they had no business getting into, there are going to be consequences. And even if Elon was to become the first trillionaire, won't make any difference. That's my prediction. So don't worry, hang in there. And yes, Republicans are about to learn a lesson. I predicted 6-7 years ago that they would be losing their seats. It's coming. Okay? But there is going to be a change of attitude. They're not going to be like Democrats, they're going to be conservatives, and that's fine. Okay? But the priority is going to be put on how do we go about making the country a better place for every American, as opposed to the focus being on the oligarchs. And they're running around right now, scaring some people. Robots are going to take your jobs. AI is coming. I mean, it's good to learn AI, how you can use it in your life, and the job is probably going to be, not probably. If you go looking for a job and you're familiar with AI, it's a plus. You win. If the other people don't know anything about it, it's a leg up. Okay? But the fear they are creating, or to have their way. Right now, I read something, one of their super wealthy is spreading. Pretty soon, plumbers make great money, and I hope they make more money. Okay? But the reason why I'm giving the background, that's what they have on the article, that they are saying plumbers are going to start making 6 figures in the coming few years. Yeah, right. What they are doing is, intuitively I feel, okay, discouraging some of us from going to school. Their kids will be well educated, all kinds of stuff, and they're going to keep us dumb and needy. The rest of us who don't understand what they are trying to do. Please let me know if I'm wrong, intuitively that's what I feel they are doing. And Republicans have been doing it for a long time. That's why their base, we got outsmarted. Instead of go out, I'm talking about liberals or however we decide to label ourselves. We stayed home, we didn't go out enough numbers to vote. That's why we're going through this. But Republicans have been telling their base, oh, you don't need to go to school, go learn how to do it. Don't get me wrong, there is no, there's a French term that says, il n'y a pas de sot métier, that there is no dumb career, whatever you choose to do, okay? But the thing is, they encourage you to go, an example, okay? Learn how to put tires on cars. It's important, okay? You don't need to learn how to read. I'm giving you the worst, the way I'm perceiving them. That is so that they can control these people. And that's what's happening. A whole bunch of people, I'm not talking about the elderly who, for whatever reason, I don't understand that psychology, college graduates and all are very well accomplished, and all of a sudden they're stuck on Fox News. I don't understand that one. But I'm talking about people, okay, who listened to them, the con job. And no matter what happens, they're going to continue voting for Trump. If he were to run again, I bet you those same people will vote for him. Okay? But hopefully, most of us who never bought into that con will go out and vote, and in great numbers, instead of staying home, because this is going to be a lesson as well to those of us who didn't make the effort to get to the polls, or whatever it takes to get ourselves there, because we cannot afford another one like this one. That's my prediction. Thank you everyone for spending time with me. Thank you, chat managers, for your help. I appreciate it. If anyone would like a reading from me, the link to my website is below the video, psychicmilou.com. Or please feel free to call me or text me on my YouTube number, Diane Canales says, Milou, do you see the Supreme Court preventing Trump from taking over the feds? Yes. They won't let them. They won't let him. It's their money too. Remember, if they let him get over the feds, I said that, I think, our economy is gone, dead. Because the feds, watch, every time he says tariff or he messes with the feds, the market tanks, okay? You're very welcome, Jodin Johnson. Yes, friends. So, and also if you are not a subscriber, please consider subscribing. And also don't forget to tap on the notification bell. Please give me a thumbs up, friends. That would help me a lot. You've been helping me by pressing the like button. It's been helping me the past week. So please continue. Give me a like. I would appreciate it. I will see you all tomorrow unless something major happens later. Otherwise, till then, bye.